So this is about as close as I can get to show you what I want you to see. And we're quite a ways above. We're probably at least 50 feet away from the water. But if you can see right down in this area right here, there is some white stuff floating through. I'll try to hold it really steady. See if you can see that. There's some more white stuff coming through right there. Don't know for sure what that is. The river has a good flow rate. Nothing wrong with the flow rate. Looking out that direction, that whole side of the river is very low cropland, and all the water, and you can see Massanutten Mountain Ridge in the background. All the water from over by Smith Creek, from the high ground, basically from Route 11 this direction, it flows down into the river. There are steep banks, so the river has a lot of capacity to rise in heavy flow, but you do see a lot of you see the area over there where we have runoff that comes into the river from the east side. Also, looking up this road, this is a very steep bank on this side of the river. Going down the river this direction, looking downstream this direction, and also looking up to the ridge. There's a lot of water, a lot of runoff when it rains that comes from this ridge right down into the river. And so again, there's another spot on this side that you might be able to see a little bit better. There's an area right down here that has a lot of white stuff kind of floating around in the water down there. I also saw lots of bugs down there, and not sure what types of bugs those are. When we actually have a river day, we'll examine those and try to collect some of them so we know, so we can determine what they are. But then even down, it's probably again hard to see from here, but right along the river's edge right here, there's a bunch of that white foamy stuff right in that area right there. So we're a little concerned about what's going on there. We do know that there's a lot of agricultural cropland right next to the river, and when it rains, you know, water, when that ground becomes saturated, or if the water can't infiltrate fast enough into the ground, that water will run down into the river and will carry with it nutrients or whatever it is that might be on the surface of the land at the time that it rains. So make some observations with your team, and then we'll talk about what we've seen in this river survey before we test the water.